Hey guys, this is Kelly here, and I'm talking to you about stevia. So stevia is a new sugar that's out on the market. It's a natural plant-based sugar that comes straight from a little harmless leaf. This plant-based sugar is getting a huge ego because people are clamoring for it because it's 0 calorie and it's supposed to be all natural. And I'm not quite sure the ratio as to how much more potent it is than normal sugar, but it's extremely more potent. So a little bit of stevia goes a very long way. Stevia is very good, just pure stevia though. I was raising a stevia plant in my backyard, so stevia is totally natural. It's a-okay. But the thing is you got to be careful, and you got to be a very smart consumer when you're shopping, and you have to look at the ingredients labels, because what food companies are doing is they're cutting their sugar, their stevia, with fake sugars in order to provide a cheaper product to the consumer, and it dupes them. It pulls the wool right over your eyes. And case in point goes to stevia in the raw. Stevia in the raw you would think would be good for you, stevia in the raw. So this just must be sugar or stevia, but it's not. This is actually cut with maltodextrin. And if you look here, maltodextrin, right there, is the first ingredient. So there's more maltodextrin in here than there is actual stevia. So you're paying for maltodextrin when you buy this. Additionally, it says stevia is naturally sweeter than sugar. So like many 0-calorie sweeteners, it is blended with maltodextrin, a natural ingredient. This helps create the perfect balance of sweetness, making it easier to both pour and measure. That's not the case, okay? Stevia is perfect on its own. Trust me, I've had just straight stevia, and it's fine. They don't need to cut it with something to make it easier and better pourable. And in fact, too, they're lying to you here. And food companies aren't regulated like they should be, so that's why they're lying. But maltodextrin is, when they say right here that maltodextrin is natural, so I'm thinking if it's natural, it's not that far removed from nature. But that's not the case. Maltodextrin is very highly processed, and in fact, it comes from corn. It's a derivative of corn, and corn just happens to be one of the most genetically modified products, or crops. So you're buying with this, you are buying a GMO, you're buying something that doesn't provide what it says it is, and then you're probably, just setting yourself up for a future medical bill when you're about 50 years old. So I avoid stevia in the raw just because it's a liar, and I don't need that extra ingredient in there. And the same thing can be said for Truvia. Truvia comes from Coca-Cola. So of course, Coca-Cola has some things to hide. I'm not a fan of Coca-Cola, obviously. And with Truvia, I've seen on the label that they've put maltodextrin in it, and they've also put sugar alcohols in it. Truvia, I've read and done my research that stevia that the Truvia plant comes from, or the Truvia product comes from, when they take that little innocent leaf, they put it through 40 different processing stages to get it to the table. And you don't want something that's supposed to be, it's natural. You can take a piece of the leaf of stevia, put it in your mouth, chew on it, and taste the sweetness, like right off the bat. And you don't want, it's fine on its own. And you don't want to be buying products that, cut it with other things and then remove its integrity. And that's certainly what Truvia does and what stevia in the raw does. So please avoid those two products. As for me, the products I go to when I'm buying stevia, I like Now. Now products provide a really good stevia. In this is deionized water, certified organic stevia extract. You can't get much better than that. 2 ingredients. And this is perfectly fine. This is a liquid based. I like to go ahead and I like to put it in my gallon of water. I take my gallon of water, put in a little stevia, along with some Himalayan salt, because I was somebody who grew up on Coca-Cola and Diet Pop and Crystal Light. So drinking regular water for me is a challenge. It's an excuse, but I like to go ahead and put some stevia in there to sweeten it up and make it a little more enjoyable when I'm trying to guzzle down a gallon of water. So stevia, by Now, the Now product, that's a really good one, and it's perfect because you can't beat, compared to the other products that are cut with everything else. This just has deionized water, and this is a lifesaver for me. I go through one of these probably in 2 months. So, and you can also find this on iHerb.com. And iHerb, if you are a new time order, you can use a coupon code PIH348 and get $10 off your first order. So, and that makes this pretty cheap because this can be pricey. The second one I use Sweet Leaf. Sweet Leaf, now they do put inulin soluble fiber in it, and what I've found about inulin by doing my research is it's not horrible for you. It is just something that they do cut it with, and they put in there to help amp up the fiber intake. And you might notice I'm saying this all with a bit of a question, and I'm not quite too fond of the fact that there is inulin-soluble fiber in here, so I don't use this too often. I stick with this, but this isn't horrible compared to the other ones that you could be buying. So this is definitely an upgrade from the Truvia or the like. Additionally too, and I don't have it on hand, but New Naturals, it's NU and then Naturals, is another brand that creates really good and wholesome stevia. So out of a lot of the conventional stevias out there that you can buy in most stores, you want to avoid the Truvia and the Sweet Leaf and the generic knockoffs as well, because those are all going to contain different things that they're cut with as well. And you want to go more or less for these brands. I am not a health professional, but I do have a degree in nutrition, and nutrition is one of my passions. So I spend a lot of time researching what I eat. I am a bit of a food Nazi, and I don't let anything pass into my body that I would ever fear could cause any kind of disease or cancer or anything. So you can take what I said with a grain of salt and whatever, but I really suggest that you take what I've given you and, you use it and you apply it and you share it with your friends and family, because, we were all duped with Splenda. Splenda's horrible. We were duped with Sweet and Low and all those other kinds of fake artificial sweeteners. So right now, one of the best zero-calorie sweeteners on the market today is stevia, but only if you buy it right. So if you thought that this video was helpful, if you enjoyed it, please go ahead, thumbs up it, and also share it or comment below. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to review. Please subscribe to my channel, and also go to my website, tubby2tone.com, and you can find health, fitness information, and body image help there as well. So have a great day, guys. Thank you.